to be frank, and I feel a little bit ashamed to see that in Europe, there is very little or almost no discussion about this GSI. I mean, if you ask people or even experts, very few of them know about this GSI. Maybe because it came at a very wrong time, just a few weeks after the start of the invasion in Ukraine, and that it didn't get all the visibility. It is also because, in a way, most of the observers or influencers or decision makers in Europe, they pay much more attention to their own vision rather than listening to the others. And it's interesting to see that when President Xi came up about 10 years ago with the plan for the Belt and Road Initiative, it took lots of time, before it got some traction and interest in Europe or in the Western world. And I think we see the same here. But I mean, what is interesting is that China and President Xi have tabled this plan, which evidently is an attempt, to reinvent the global order. And I think, the role and the responsibility and the duty now of Americans, Europeans, but also the rest of the world is to come up with their own plan and own vision, and also in a way to enter in a dialogue. And what I think is that we evidently, when I say we as Westerners, have been somewhat in a way either lazy or in a denial of this new reality. We are living in a world that is evidently very different to the world that it was before. And that we see, the emerging South, we see the emerging countries, but we are still considering that there is no need or there is no reason to change the system where we are. And evidently, it is time now to reinvent the multilateral or the global order where we are.